Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Simon and we are the Whales of Wall Street. I hope you are all doing fantastically well. Before we go into today's topic, which is around Solve, including some chart analysis, just a gentle reminder that please do like the video if you find it informative, subscribe if you have not done so already, and press that bell notification button as well to make sure that you get all the updates from us as and when we release the videos. So let's go straight into this. I'm putting up a recent little post here from Solve. They're always very active on social media, which I've mentioned in many videos. This is something I really like because I do believe that when it comes to tokenomics, it's very much community driven and building that awareness for sure, not just on the project, but all the other things as well related to it. So they've just been announcing really that there's been the recent launch of global telehealth exchanges. So that's basically what this GTHE stands for just here. And they have basically announced some distributors across multiple regions across the world. So not only have they established in Korea as a kind of an office-based space this year as well, but they've also included a launch of the GTHE program in 20 countries. Which is absolutely phenomenal, really, from where they've come from in 2017. Of course, I believe some of this was accelerated in the last year and a half because of the way people have had to change their lifestyles and ways of living. Me, for example, I don't really go to the doctor for such a long time. I only go if I really need to. But there have been times in the last couple of months due to like football injuries and things, I haven't even gone to the doctor where I used to. I use like the Babylon app, as I mentioned in the past, which is done by Bupa. So this is a very similar principle of being able to talk to any physician or very highly dedicated and recommended doctors across the world at any time, 24/7. And I literally had an appointment at like 11:30, and then I got moved to a physiotherapist consultation the next day via video. And before I knew it, I had a referral all booked in for the week later as well. Now, obviously, it's slightly different on various public health services and stuff, but the principle is the same, that you can avoid going to the doctor unless, of course, there's something you think majorly of concern that you really need like a physical examination. But for me, I was like, I know what the kind of injury that I've done because I've done it many times. I should really stop playing, but here we are. But it was very much like I knew the situation. I just needed the referral opportunity and some prescriptions of some anti-inflammatories. I don't know why I'm telling you my entire medical history of the last couple of weeks, but I just wanted to emphasize what the application of Solve is doing. It's so much more than just an app and medical advice stuff. They really are trying to revolutionize and digitalize healthcare moving forward. And with blockchain technology, it can only get better, I promise you. So do check out their Twitter, check out the website as well. Really interesting information. And this bit here as well, just concerning around learnings that they had throughout last year. Through the pandemic and everything, about how people were utilizing digital platforms for healthcare, and that they acknowledged that some things needed improving, and they've gone ahead and emphasized that and produced solutions for it as well. So I love this about a project, that they're hands-on with engagement and feedback, and also testing of their services on a regular basis to improve what they offer. So I'm really excited to see how this develops over the next few years. From I guess a chart perspective, which we'll go on to in a second. Of course, price tokenomics is slightly different, but I'm really interested in the project just from all the research and the understanding of it from personal experience, and where I see the healthcare industry moving forwards, going in that kind of direction. So that kind of wraps up a couple of bits of information that we've found over the last few days. Into the chart now, guys. So the last update we did was maybe a week or so ago, or a couple of weeks ago, and since then we've had the general market dip down that we've seen of corrections from profit taking, etc. in terms of long term, this kind of movement here is actually quite phenomenal, really, that it kept stability at that kind of like 4 cents level. We had the bit of a rise. I was hoping that we'd push higher than 10 cents and stabilize there, but it's okay because we have the profit taking on a couple of occasions. Those that missed out, it rose again with some announcements that kind of tie in with what we just went through. And then we've had a bit of a tail off as well. So I've done a couple of fib retracements here in a sense that this is kind of like a longer term aspect here. And then here's what we're trying to anticipate short term. So there's a resistance currently around the sort of 0.08, so 8 cents. It'd be really interesting to see if we can close above that area and then start perhaps trading sideways for a bit before more of an upside. The only reason I'm talking about this really is because of two things here. RSI is very much bang in the middle, so it could literally go either way. There's of course good opportunities for buying with an opportunity of upside and low side, but personally, and this is not financial advice, I do tend to wait, particularly with the RSI that I use on a 14-day, I tend to wait till we get to sort of maybe between the 40 and 35 mark, or certainly nearer the 40, because then you're reducing the risk of a lower anticipation. And of course it can get lower, but you just remove as much risk as possible. And then if you are buying in those areas, you will see great returns once we hit the 70 to 80 and even higher. And they're the kind of sort of sell-off positions that I do personally in those percentage increments. So do think about that. The crossover in the MACD is confirming the bearish opportunity that we have available here. So those that did sell off, congratulations, and hopefully you made some profits. There's opportunity to buy in areas below. We did miss a couple of them because we've only just done this video, obviously, but I would suggest that there's a couple of opportunities coming up in the sense that we haven't really majorly tested these lower areas anyway, other than when we were on the big rise previously. We've kind of gone into more of an adaptation of where the token may be more suited at this current point in time in its real kind of price format. So don't be too shocked and surprised if we go and test these areas down here. Again, not financial advice, but I would be sort of anticipating potential buy opportunities around these sorts of areas here, only because of, you see this kind of big rise here. We kind of shot through two macro levels on this chart here, and I do anticipate that perhaps that was too hasty. And again, it's all down to some announcements, of course, coming out and general market growth. But when you look at charts, you do want to see really good unique support line levels on each of these kind of crypto assets. So for me, I would be personally looking at these areas. If it goes lower, obviously fantastic, but from percentage areas, we've already missed this kind of area, which I hadn't had the time to do this chart yet. So congratulations to those that did take advantage of that. But yeah, these could be two potential areas of buying opportunities. The reason I don't put them bang on like 6 cents or 7 cents or 8 cents is from a psychological perspective, really. I think a lot of traders, they don't do that. They do it slightly before or after, because general public would think in the mentality of rounded numbers. And of course, if you can break that and have some on each side of those kind of rounded numbers, you do tend to get more of an opportunity for better buying processes there as well. So that's just a bit of a sort of an opinionated section there to the chart analysis, just from if I was buying in to Solve. I'm personally waiting for a bit lower prices. That might be stupid because of how everything goes, but I think obviously the bear market's coming up potentially end of this year or into next year at some point. So it'd be a good opportunity for me to sort of start again with this project. I'm disappointed that I didn't find it earlier, but that's the way of the world. You can't think emotionally. You can't get too bogged down in those kind of thoughts. You need to look positively and look for the opportunities moving forward. So that kind of wraps that up, guys. I hope you found this relatively informative. Please do let us know in the comments below if you are indeed holding Solve tokens yourselves, and let us know what you think of healthcare in terms of crypto and blockchain technology moving forward as well. So like I said, please do let us know, and please do subscribe if you have not done so already, and we will see you in the next video. Take care and see you soon.